People keep on asking me, why don't you do a podcast? I'm like, a podcast? What am I do a podcast for? You got a lot to say. True. People be listening to some of the stuff you say. True. Well, here we go. Crush Mics. Platform. Talk about some of the latest, some of the hottest stuff going on. Even mostly the classic stuff going on. Where somebody got their mic crushed. Somebody outlasted some way at an angle that probably nobody even saw. Crush Mics, that's what we're here for. From different cutting edge angles. What's going on in social media, YouTube, and in the world. Stay tuned. Crush Mics. Keep.
Oh, my bad. I digress. You know, when we got a beam on the screen, it gets crazy. But we back. We back. Back for a live episode of Crush Mics. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Korey Buckets, aka the K. You already know, man. I missed y'all. I've been, going through life, and a whole bunch of different things been going on, and working on the music and a whole lot of different stuff, man. But we back in the building. We got a fresh episode for y'all, man. We're going to keep it real Crush Mics of the essence. A lot of stuff been going on. A lot of things we can talk about. A lot of things we got to talk about. Jam-packed show. Whoa. We still pausing on with that. Was still crazy. Didn't mean to say that. But yeah, we here. We got a myriad of things to talk about. NBA players with the best podcast. You know what I'm saying? If you've been on YouTube, you know what's going on with that. Lower the rim. What's going on in the WNBA? It's a whole lot going on in the WNBA. There could be a whole lot more going on in the WNBA. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about what happened to R&B. R&B, like, I grew up on R&B, the Luthers, the Marvins, D'Angelos, I'm about to say Robert, but that's a controversial guy. He got hits, though. Stop. He got hits. Let's not do that. He was stepping in the name of love, and the kids, too. But yeah, we ain't even going to go there. We ain't going to go there. So what happened to R&B? We need to talk about that. We got to talk about that. Oh, the NBA and James Harden. My ball, my court. It's a major topic. So something that's been going on for quite some time with the way the NBA operates and players, man, we got to get on board. It is what it is. It's a business. We're going to talk about that. We'll talk about Kevin Samuels, rest in peace. He's a legend. He should be celebrated as such. And we should have a Kevin Samuels Day. You know what I'm saying? For the true players that know who he was, the true players know who he was. We're going to talk about that. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. Major cake to him. We're going to talk about battle rap having its worst year that I've seen in recent times. I fell off battle rap for a while, then I came back with the Loaded Lux joint. And since then, I'm avid, so much so a lot of my show is based around battle rap. But me being a spokesperson and part of the battle rap community, by far has been the weakest year for battle rap that I can think of in a very long time. Very. We're going to talk about that. And we are going to lastly talk about, as always, showed you what kind of year it was. We got a classic to talk about. We just got a really good battle to talk about. Murder Mook versus Big K. It was a good battle. I ain't going to say great. Nothing gets classic or great this year. This is what we're dealing with. This is why we're talking about it. But getting back into the topics, top of the hour. NBA players with the best podcast. By far, these are 5 of my favorite. There's a lot of NBA players that have podcasts. I would say my favorites would have to be Club 520, my man Jeff Teague. That joint is hilarious. Jeff Teague just be talking about his experiences from that kind of level player. Like he wasn't a superstar, and he wasn't an all-star, but he was a very good player, and he had a good career, and he played with some really good players, and he actually won a championship with the Bucks, which I didn't even realize until way after the fact. But he got a podcast where he talks about him getting cooked, bad experiences that he had, good experiences, working with teammates that he didn't think was going to be that cool, adversity he came across with different NBA players that, you know what I'm saying, might be some of your favorites. I ain't going, no spoilers, but CP, that was hilarious. That CP story was hilarious. Chris Paul be out of pocket. See, there's all them dudes like that, they be out of pocket. You be thinking in public, oh, he's a family guy. He's so awesome. He talk greasy when he get a chance to, man. Shout out to CP though, man. I like that guy. North Carolina guy, I like that guy. But yeah, check that out. Club 520. The old man with the 3, JJ Redick. Great game analysis, great ability analysis where he breaks down guys' skill sets and talks about where guys and teams could be better, where teams could execute a little bit differently, get different results. So he got a really knowledgeable host on there with him. So I really enjoy the old man in the 3, and I kind of watching that said, yo, JJ wouldn't be a bad GM or scout or coach for somebody, some team, because he really be knowing his stuff. Shout out to JJ. I'm the link in the description for all of these. Gils Arena. Oh, see. Some people might not say top 10, some might say top 3, what top 5, whatever. This is what we do know. Number 1, Miko Grimes be on there doing some special things. So right away, you can get to the top 5 with me. You got a nice looking woman on there, you know what I'm saying? And she be dressed for the occasion. I'm saying she's married, whatever. Shout out to her husband too, not really, but whatever. Whatever. We just don't want to be disrespectful, but it is what it is. Yeah, so she on there looking right. And I love the dialect between Rashad McCants and Gilbert, especially when it's something that they don't necessarily agree with. Rashad, USC boy, I agree with you 100% of the time, even when you're wrong publicly and behind closed doors. USC, I believe that baby blue. We hear Rashad, keep on doing what you need to do, wearing that crown like a true Tar Heel you are. Keep giving Gilbert hell, but you know Gilbert, with the way Gilbert played the game, I know his mouth got to be crazy offline too. Shout out to Gilbert though, because he's one of my guys too. I like the fact that Hibachi. I like the fact that he never cared and he just let it go. Being an underdog, he just worked hard to get a max contract, man. And I respect him. I respect he wasn't a high flyer, but he had stupid offense, like crazy offense. So Gils Arena, Knuckleheads with Q and Darius, that's fire. They have a really dope perspective. Like I like the question that they ask guys right away. Who was the first person that bust your ass when you got in the pros? That's always a very interesting conversation when you get people and you kind of see who's humble and who's not when they ask him that question. Because I remember when Gilbert was on there and he was like, the question for me is who I gave work to. So Gilbert, we know you're not humble. Like, therefore, it's Gils Arena, but I digress. But they got a really dope podcast. Definitely check the Knuckleheads out. If you remember Quentin Richardson and Darius Miles from the Clippers days, and they was dunking and doing stuff, and they do this. So that's where the knuckleheads come from. Youngins, y'all get up on the game, y'all research your homework. Even Lamar Odom was part of that little, you know what I'm saying, that little run that they have with the Clippers. But their show is dope. Check that out. Lastly, we will say Podcast P. Podcast P. I think no matter who Paul George has on that podcast, the combination of Jackie, his name is crazy. But Jackie, you know what your last name is. We never call you that. Jackie, yeah. And the other dude, no disrespect to Cuz, I don't even remember Cuz' name, but he's very good on the show. I feel like he's the glue guy on that show. Very interesting. I especially like the episode that they did with Stephen A. I always like those kinds of shows where you give the dude or the woman that people know so much about, but they know nothing about. And you give them an opportunity to tell their story and tell stories that people have misconstrued and have misconceptions about them. You give them an opportunity to speak their piece. So I really enjoyed that. Enjoyed that podcast. The episode with Stephen A. Smith, Podcast P. Man, like if we get that energy during the season, the healthy energy Podcast P, shoot, you might really be like MVP type one day. Like P, you my guy. I rename everybody. You P Cutter. You know what I'm saying? When we playing 2K, you cooking. P Cutter, P Cutter, P Cutter. Shout out to P Cutter. You know what I'm saying? The DJ. He know what it is. But that's P Cutter on my 2K. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but y'all check them podcasts out, definitely. The link will be in the description for y'all to check those out. Next topic. So recently, I saw a story where Aja Wilson, that plays in WNBA, she scored 50 points, or it might have been like 52. And everybody was talking about LeBron. She had on LeBron's when she did it. And it wasn't a big story. And I said to myself, I don't understand why women are not dropping 50 in the WNBA every night. Like, this is something monumental. Like, why isn't it a bigger story? And I always look at the bigger picture and I always try to dig a little bit deeper. And I love the women's game. I love the women's game because it's really fundamental and it's fundamentally sound. They tight. They got the left and the right hand, finish left and right hand. But a lot of the problem is that they have athleticism that you don't see because the rim is 10 feet tall. They already play with a smaller ball. I think if you lowered the rim to maybe 9.5, maybe a little bit under 10 feet, you would have way more women dunking on average. In the research, I think it said there have been 37 total dunks since the beginning of the WNBA. Brittany Griner has 26 of them. Outside of her, Sylvia Fowlers, Candace Parker, Lisa Leslie, and no disrespect for the young woman, Cambridge. I don't know her first name. But yeah, that means 11 dunks outside of Brittany Griner have happened since the inception of that's disgusting. And it's not their fault. Women are made differently, but I feel like they need to put on the table and consider lowering the rim. If you could have seen back in the days, Cynthia Cooper windmill it on Dawn Staley. Oh my God. Or Lisa Leslie. If Cynthia Cooper, if the rim would have been short enough for Cynthia Cooper to be really the female mic and coming through with the bruh, that would change our whole game. Even endorsements would be different. They would have to put them on more commercials. More girls would be working on their house. Y'all consider it, man. And I'm trying to pay it forward. Thank me later. Just consider it. You already play with a smaller ball. It's this much of a difference. I think y'all can make it happen, and it'd be great for the game. But, man, it's just me and Kate. Next topic. What happened to R&B? Let me say it again. What happened to R&B? When you turn on the radio now, you hear rappers auto-tuning, crooning, all kinds of stuff. But it's not your traditional ballad, I love you, we gonna make it, baby. Like, forget them, we here. It's all about us. You the greatest thing, honey. Like, baby, I know you could do it. Like, there was an ebb and flow of why society went a certain direction. Why some of us is even here is that good old R&B music, man. You having that Marvin, that sexual, just to keep you satisfied. It didn't even matter back in the days. If it had a nice melody, it was smooth. It was baby making music. It was dating music. It was, you know what I'm saying? We on the dance floor doing a 1, 2, la 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 la. La, la, la. Like, well, whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? Whatever those classics was back in the days. You know what I'm saying? That's before my time. I didn't get to go to them parties where it was R&B and, you know, people was just hugging all up and, you know what I'm saying, doing the dirty dancing. Nobody puts baby in the corner. I digress. But yeah, they said now the top R&B artists are Lizzo, Steve Lacy, Summer Walker, SZA, Doja Cat, Chris Brown, Muni Long, Anderson .Paak, Bruno Mars, Thames, and Brent Faiyaz. Shout out to all y'all. Chris Brown, SZA, Anderson .Paak, Bruno Mars, Summer Walker, maybe like 1 or 2. Only ones on that list that I can honestly say in recent time, I heard something that sounded like a love song, a ballad, something that society can advance societal love and relationships and things of that nature. We need more R&B, not more rappers singing. We need more people who their craft was singing. They might have grew up in the church, grew up on the church choir. You know what I'm saying? Grew up singing this little light of mine. So we need that. We need that because at the end of the day, there's a passion and a spirit that comes from that music. You know what I'm saying? There was an energy, and I felt like us as society, we thrived off of that. And we've gotten away from that. So everything is about what I can do, what I can get, forget him, forget her. We don't even have that much marriage on average. People literally, I believe when you scroll down social media, I believe people are not even in love no more. And it's making the people who are lovers and is making a crazy unbalance here in society. Music used to do so much for us, rhythm and blues, R&B. If you can sing, you can hold a note, get you a nice soundtrack, and get it together because we need to have a resurgence of well-written R&B music. It ain't even so much about people singing and the same. I mean, that was dope, but it's more about the music, the content of the music, like that you were singing or singing things that you can really feel, like that one SZA song that she got now. When I'm with you, when I'm with you, snooze, I miss the moment. That had me like feeling like 90s, early 2000s, like when I snooze, when I'm with you, how can I snooze and miss the moment? Like, I had to hit her up on Twitter, like, she need to hit back, of course. Anyway, I said, we here though. We still here though. We still got you in my heart. That song is on my dopest songs of all time list. Like, that song is incredible. We need more of that, y'all. We need more incredibly written R&B music. Let's get back to our producers. writers, singers. Let's get back to it. Quit singing about all this. I hate you. I want to kill you. This relationship. You don't buy my plane ticket. You don't buy my clothes. You don't pay for my body. Like, we should forget that. That's not love. There's nothing to even be talking about. Next topic. Oh, the NBA fined James Harden for calling Daryl Morey a liar. There's a few schools of thoughts there. But the biggest point that we want to make here on Crush Mike is that for quite some time, professional sports arenas, whether you talk about back in the days where players were trying to come out of high school, pause. That was crazy. Or players were trying to enter the draft out of high school, or players were trying to leave earlier from college, or players were trying to go from one team to another, knowing that the team had no loyalty to the player and whatever worked best for them financially. And as an organization, they were going to make those transactions. But now as time progresses, you see more players fighting for their independence and their freedom. And I like it, but I don't like the way we're going about expressing these things. To me, if you're James Harden and you had these grievances, you handle it properly. You have a whole players union. That's one. So what do you have a players union for if these players always have these grievances and then they just have to duke it out, figure it out with their agent, what's a strategy, and then come to the NBA? So that's one. Y'all players union sucks. Y'all gotta get together, because if y'all got a players union and y'all watching somebody do that, the president, who's ever actually playing, should have been calling them like, yo, why you ain't holler at me? We could have figured this out. We could have worked something out for you. So there's a whole lot that lacks there. We got to fight better in spaces that we feel like we've been wrong and we're getting the short end, so to speak. We got to be more tactical. And James Harden, let's just be real about this, bro. You got paid a whole lot of money. So did the organization, because they ain't going to give you something they can't afford to give you. But at this stage, you in your 30s, it ain't much negotiating that they feel like they got to do at this stage. It's like, we got what we could have gotten out of you, and exponentially, ratings, everything. The organizations you play for got the maximum. So now anything you do would be for you. Professional sports don't exist like that. It only works when it's a give and take. They're taking because you're giving the talent that creates the currency. But when your talent no longer creates currency and great numbers of it, and new, not just keeps what's already been established, but brings in new money, you're no longer a great asset to whatever entity you were part of that gave you that title, that money, that whatever it is. So I just think that we just have to be smarter in our approach and how we negotiate and when we would negotiate. Dick Vitale, Dick Vitale, wow, is that his real name? I wonder if that boy's real name is Richard. Shout out to Dick Vitale, though. He's been instrumental in college basketball, but his name is just crazy. He always say, the inmates are running the asylum, baby. The inmates are running it. Whenever a college basketball player decided they were going to transfer and go to another school and it worked out for him, and it just left that program in limbo for a second, he would always say, the inmates are running this. We already know, I think, NBA teams think that already. We can't let the inmates run the asylum. So we just got to be smarter about this thing, man. James Harden, I wish you the best. I just pray and hope whatever the best is doesn't land you in the Garden, because we don't want to see you in New York. You already did that crap in Brooklyn. Oh, no parts of that in the Garden. Next topic. Terrible, terrible, terrible year for battle rap. Say it again. A terrible, terrible year for battle rap. By far the worst year I can remember in battle rap since I recharged my interest in battle rap since the Loaded Lux versus Calico battle. These battles have been lackluster. It's been more about the background stories than the actual battles. When you get to the battles, people are choking. The bars have been weak. The matchups haven't been anything that we really want to see. It's just a lot of the steam is gone from battle rap. You got owners bickering. You got all of these things that really have nothing to do with battle rap, the actual on-stage performances impacting the culture as a whole. And like, I love battle rap. I love the culture. I love the talent. I love their ability. I love what they do. But it's almost like a plea for me with this one is y'all got to go back to being original. Y'all got to go back to stop being so buddy with everything. Go back to, yo, I got to make my name. Yo, I got to be dope. Yo, I got to say the hottest thing. Yo, I want to get the biggest bag. Yo, like all of this is changing because people feel like now to me watching it, I can be a star. I don't got to be the best. I can be a star somewhere. I just, couple battles, they go either way. I got a podcast. I get on a show or something and it's up. That's cool for you personally. But if you're trying to be a part of the culture and build a culture, I think we just got to really go back to trying to be original and really, really trying to do the things that make people be like, oh my God, did you hear what they... After the Loaded Lux Calico battle, Jay-Z, who I'm sure does not watch battle rap, he didn't get this work. That started a trend of so many celebrities just being like, yo, I'm interested in watching battle rap. I'm interested in actually battle rapping myself. This is why you had this show, the spinoff on ABC. It was weak as hell with the battle rap. I haven't even met the man on that one. It was kind of whatever. But I digress. The point is, battle rap, we got to tighten up, man. We cannot have a 2024 like we had 2023. Y'all have to take way more pride from league owners to bloggers to... This is one of them situations where I feel like if the NBA had like a really weak year, I feel like everybody got to like reprogram. The GMs, the coaches, the trainers, the water boy got to get himself together. He got to get in the training and start doing more. But the concession stand got to get the cheese better. You know what I'm saying? You got to get the ice better. Everybody has to get better when you have this kind of year that battle rap. Let's say the URL battle rap has had. Because some leagues feel like, oh, this is our best year. It's about the culture. It's not about your league. It's about the culture. Because the culture of battle rap is good, then everybody can eat. If just your league is good, battle rap dies. It can't thrive off of one league. It thrives off of so many different leagues, different people bringing different things, and you having a stream of entertainment that your viewers can watch, and it all goes back to battle rap. And do more with it. These actual shows like the one Eminem had, all the background before the battles, there's so many things that y'all could do with battle rap to make it bigger that I don't feel like that's being done currently. Me and my guys, we got a lot of ideas. We got a lot of ideas for battle rap. Holla at me, Smack, ARP, Remy, anybody doing battle rap, holla at us. We got some great ideas to push the culture forward. Last. Don't got the battle in my background because battles this year have just been good. A very good battle to talk about. Murder Mook versus Big K. Why was this such a good battle? two great competitors, one from Harlem, one from BA. And essentially, we're working with somebody who's great, arguably considered to be one of the greatest ever, versus somebody who's trying to get the accolades of being in that tier in Big K. Big K showed me in this battle, he's not, if you're not ranking him or talking about him amongst the top tier elites that's ever done it, it's only because he's not out here doing all these blogs. He's not doing all the extra stuff. He's not doing theatrics before the battle to sell the battle. He's coming there to smoke whoever he's battling. That's what he's coming for. He's preparing his bars. I can't think of too many situations in his career where he wasn't prepared or he choked or something. I can't even. It's happened because I think it's probably happened to everybody in the history of battle rap. I don't think there's nobody that's never choked ever in their life. But we're talking about the greater majority and what you do for the culture and the fans, the greater majority of when we see you. Big K, same thing every trip. Murder Mook. Why I appreciate him is nothing to continuously do what you've learned to do, what's been comfortable to you, what you've had success with. It's totally different to say, all right, I'm going to go out of the wheelhouse of my comfort zone and I'm going to do something that I think could put me with this class so that I can be one of the greats within my class and one of the greats within the new class. So you gotta salute Mook for doing that. He switched his style up, made it a little bit more entertaining, and stopped so much with the surgical. Like, he's still surgical, don't get it twisted. He's gonna break you down regardless who it is. But I feel like recently he's been considering and writing more of an entertaining style of rounds than just trying to just destroy you because I'm better and I got better angles than you and I can talk about it better. With this being said, it's great or it's good. Correct. You say great because you say great, you say classic, and then it's not. It's a very good battle. Very good battle. I got to give it to the dog, Big K. If you said gentleman 30, 2-1 either way, cool. I got Big K. I don't care how you look at it. Mook was very entertaining. I felt like he had good energy. I felt like he had good material. But at the end of the day, I felt like Big K's was better. And I don't feel like Big K had any dry spots. I felt like everything was as you're supposed to be when you're going against somebody like Mook. So that's it. Yeah. I give it to Big K. And that would be our show. Oh, we got a bunch of cake out, cake. We got the sniper pack, the OnlyFans sniper pack that we dropped 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago. We got the Can't Bet 'em All that we recharged that out. We got the New Yorkin, got that out. We working on Cool C, aka Cake 2. Working on that. Shout out to everybody that's working on that project. People, shout out to all the DJs, Lazy K, everybody that's been playing the joints. Beating has been playing all over the world, all over the country. I get the streaming numbers. I thank y'all. We need way more FM play. Shout out to my man Rob for being on the remix. We on the original's going crazy right now. Shout out to my guy Zach. Producing a bunch of joints. Shout out to my guy Drop. Cuz Demelo Rowe. As always, until the next show, we appreciate y'all. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay safe. Check out for that K. Fresh Mics.